Now let's talk about Manchester City's deadliest Arsenal. Nico O'Reilly. Nico O'Reilly. He is the man of the moment. He is the poacher's poacher. He's the one that Manchester City always goes to when the goals are dried up. Ever since Erling Haaland stopped scoring, it's been this guy that Manchester City has been depending on for goals more time than ever before. This is a video about Manchester City's left back, or better still, their number 10 or attacking midfielder converted to left back position. Here is a sneak peek. Please like, share, and subscribe. Who is this young man, Nico O'Reilly, who has become Manchester City's greatest savior in these last days? Remember, during the Carabao Cup final, it was Nicolas O'Reilly that produced two great goals by just heading the ball straight into the net that got Manchester City the cup. And today, during Chelsea's game against Manchester City, he was the one to pop up the first goal for the team, who was really praying under pressure, immense pressure. And this guy pops up from left back and gives it to them. Manchester City's Nico O'Reilly. Who is he? Nico O'Reilly came through the academy of Manchester City and started as an attacking midfielder. In fact, in 2021, in a game where he played, he was made the lone scorer or the striker up front, playing as a false nine for his team in the under 18s. So if you're wondering where the goals have been coming from, it's because this guy got some experience while playing for the under 18s as their captain and as the lone striker in one of the matches. When he was converted from attacking midfielder, that is playing just behind the striker, to left back, many people were asking the question, why is Pep Guardiola still doing this experiment? Remember, this is not the first time Manchester City has done such an experiment. It started with Fabian Delph, who was converted from the same role into the left back position. The next player that Manchester City or Pep Guardiola did this with was Zinchenko, who later moved on to Arsenal and currently playing for Arsenal. He was also an attacking midfielder, and even as at now, whenever he goes back to Ukraine, his home country, he plays as an attacking midfielder. That's usually the number 10 role. However, back at City, he would play at the left back role. Nico O'Reilly is a player with unique qualities. He has the ability to occupy very large spaces, which many players cannot. Whenever he has the ball, whenever Man City has the ball, he moves to occupy the left wing position in order to move the opposing player's right back, pin him back, pin the right back towards his goal so that he does not come forward. His role for Manchester City is so unique that usually he plays the role as a left back, plays the role as a left winger, and usually inverts and plays the same role that Manchester City's legend Ilkay Gundogan used to play. Remember the season where City won the Champions League, won the treble? It was 2 goals from Ilkay Gundogan, and at the same position, playing at the far post side. So you have Erling Haaland right in front of goal, or usually in the middle of the goal. Then you have a striker who is playing behind the striker or at the far post, ready to pop up and score goals at the far post. Last season, Manchester City did not have such a player or didn't have that profile, and so it became difficult. This season, Pep Guardiola dig deep into his team and realized that there was a player that would be able to replace Ilkay Gundogan and play the role that made Manchester City win the treble that season. And that's exactly where Nico O'Reilly has been placed. Nico O'Reilly is somebody who is very good at dribbling. He's not afraid to accept the ball when people are pressuring him. That means that he's able to play in the small spaces. He's able to turn in the small spaces. He's not afraid to ask of the ball. But he had to bid his time. He had to wait. He was introduced into the team years back. And like Phil Foden, he was asked to wait and to play substitute role until some time. All these things have now paid its dues. If Manchester City had gone into the market for such a player of Nico O'Reilly's quality, it wouldn't have cost them less than 50 to 70 million. Let's look at the price of the players that used to play in his role and could not even do what he's doing now. The first on the list, Manchester used to have Cancelo, who they bought for $55 million. Sorry, 55 million pounds. Nico O'Reilly is actually an academy player they got for free. Manchester City had Matheus Nunes, who also plays a similar role, just that he's able to play on both flanks, both the left and right flank. They bought him for 50 million pounds. Manchester City also bought Benjamin Mendy, one of the fantastic left back until the incident that happened, for 50 million pounds. They also bought Kyle Walker, who also plays a similar role, for 50 million pounds. They later had to buy Ryan Aït-Nouri, who is currently in the team, for 32 million pounds. But now it is the academy player, the man who is not afraid to play in the small spaces, who is actually doing the job. In the Carabao Cup final, he was their savior. In today's game against Chelsea, where they needed to score a goal in order to put pressure on the team, Chelsea, he was the one to pop up and score the same header that made Manchester City champions of the Carabao Cup. What do you think of this player? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. Let us know how you saw today's game against Chelsea. And please like and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video.